Hi everybody, and welcome back to the vlog, and welcome again to Moscow, Russia. And today I'm going to take you for a little walk around of my local mini market right here behind me here, called Fasol. It's actually a kind of a supermarket, mini market. In Australia we call them delis or delicatessens. It's a small shop which is very common in Russia. That's basically in the lower level of the department store, of the apartment block where people live and where I'm living. So what I'll do, I'll swing around and actually get you an idea of the little area where we are, and then we'll head on inside. So I hope you're ready to kind of check out the mini market here in Moscow and check out what's in the supermarket to buy today. Okay, let's go. So this is the apartment block where I'm living here in Aprelevka. It's actually 14 stories. It's actually a very new building. It's only 5 years old. Actually, even to a point where not all of the apartments are actually finished. So one thing that's kind of important when you buy an apartment in Moscow, basically the exterior is built like you see, but the interior has no finishing whatsoever. So where you're building it, where you're buying it, and it's either a pre-construction or post-construction stage. Basically, you're buying just the concrete box, let's say. It has a cable running in for electricity. It'll have one for the water, like a pipe for the water. And that's pretty much it. On the landing where you come out of the elevator, you'll see the junction box. And then it's up to you then basically to wire everything in yourself, bring in a builder or some sort of a handyman to do all the construction. So you'll actually see as you look ahead there on the left hand side, past the cars, there's more shops. So we basically have the one mini market where we're going to go and have a walk around right here. And there's also a hairdresser's, there's a nail salon, there's a little computer fix-it place, there's a flower shop, and there's also a gym or a gymnasium. Oh, and there's also one more little mini market, or actually the second one is actually more like a beer and wine shop, but they're trying to kind of implement food and things in there as well, but mostly beer and wine. So we'll head on inside to Fasol, and let's go and check out what's in the supermarket, shall we? So let's head on inside now and check out the supermarket, shall we? Or the mini market. So again, here we are at the lower level of my apartment where I'm staying, right here. And the name of the little market here is called Fasol, which means beans in English. So they have a few things on special. So this is actually kind of, to me in Australia we'd call this a deli. And it's open from 9 a.m. till 11 p.m. every day. Now, very common in Moscow, a lot of the shops in the apartment blocks are on the lower level. Now I did arrange ahead of time so this guy knows I'm coming here, and we're going to have a walk around. Now the first thing I'm going to point out is right here behind him, is that they have these little storage lockers where when you come into a shop in Moscow you don't carry your own bags already in the shop. You actually put them in there in the little cupboards. You get a key and you can walk around. And the other thing I'm going to point out before we sort of look around the shop is they have a kiosk here. Kind of looks like an ATM, but you can't take money out, but it's actually a way that you can pay your bills. So you can pay your phone bill, electricity bill, you can put money onto different accounts that you have for your apartment. It's kind of like a payment kiosk here. So, and actually we pay our Wi-Fi bill right here as well. So now we'll have a walk around. We've got little baskets right here. So this is a very typical mini market or a supermarket in Moscow. In pretty much all apartment blocks has its own little supermarket. So you don't have to go to a big shopping center or anywhere like that. So, and it's kind of arranged into areas. So this one you'll see here has got some beer. It has sodas and Russian kind of juice drinks. Now a lot of people in Moscow too, they buy bottled water because they don't like to use the water out of the sink. If you do use it out of the sink, a lot of people boil it, so you can buy these gallon bottles. Juices. Now this little mini market has some fruit and vegetables. Mandarins, potatoes. It has some fruit. And then we'll see kind of different things here. Here's some kids' baby food. There's pickles. A lot of things that are very normal in shops, just obviously different names on the cans. Tunas. We have rice right here and instant meals. These are very popular, these kind of like 2-minute noodles. And they're very, very cheap. They're, what's that, about 70 cents? It's about 50 cents US, 70 cents Australian. Pasta. And one thing that they don't have here in Moscow is they don't have canned soup, which is very common for us in Australia, in England, and places like that. So you actually buy the kind of the ingredients and make your own soups. Obviously Russians like to do a lot of home cooking, so making soups is very normal. Have potatoes right here. And then there's a deli section as well. Some more vegetables. A little bit of chicken, pork, chicken wings, and some dried fish. And some, I don't know what that one is at the back there. Looks like some filleted fish. And you can buy potatoes right here by the 5-kilo bag. And then you have lots of seasonings for the meats as well. And then there's the deli right here as well. Some more dried fish. And lots of different types of salamis. Now this is a very small shop, and they have lots of salamis. Let's see here, sausages, cheeses, cottage cheese, and then some pickled, what's that, pickled mushrooms, pickled carrots. And they always have some little things on special up here as well. So you'll see some biscuits and cookies. And then, instead of being an all-in-one deli, you got a bit of everything. So there's stuff for the bathroom and cleaning. And then washing powders, cat food. And then we got lots of coffee and tea. They love their tea in Russia. Everybody loves to drink tea. And then more cookies and cakes. And then bread. Bread is very cheap in Russia, by the way. So you can get a whole loaf here unsliced for about 50 cents Australian, about 30 cents US. We've got some sliced bread over there, Danishes, and then let's just come back a little bit. I don't have my wide lens on today. I found filming the other day with the normal lens perfectly fine. So, and this is the milk section. And then mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is a big deal in Russia as well. You can get different flavors of mayonnaise. Here there's like a vegetable one, there's a tomato one, there is a mushroom one. So this little shop, which is literally downstairs from where I live, has everything I possibly need. At least it's got one of everything, let's say. There's some Russian sweets here. If you want a bag of sweets, about $2. Maybe less than $2 for most of them. These are about $1 to $1.20. And then there's some more deli items, butters, some more hams, bacon. And then another thing that's quite popular in Russia is long life milk. Nutella as well up there. But long life milk, a lot of people drink a lot of milk here, so there's a lot of long life products. So you can buy a few cartons, put them in the cupboard. Not necessarily have to be refrigerated here because it's so cold. Yeah, and then there's some other frozen items here. chicken nuggets, some ice cream, some pilmene, looks like pilmene. So yeah, so that's the walk around of my little supermarket right in the apartment block where I live. There's some tomatoes up here. And some more, some chilies. And some more frozen stuff. If you want frozen peas and vegetables. And it's not a very... When I came last year, they had a much bigger beer section. I wonder if they've kind of... They don't sell as much here as they used to. So... And we're going to come around to the exit. And that'll conclude our little walk around. There's actually some candy right here. Chewing gums. We have the counter. And we've got ice creams. Pringles, of course. Pringles are expensive for Russia, but I'm not sure if they... I would imagine they're imported from somewhere. And then there's seeds. And potato chips and more ice creams. And the checkout. So the other thing that's quite important in Russia is they don't give you shopping bags. You have to pay for them. So you either bring your own, and it's pretty standard. They don't have them here at all. So, all right, let's head on outside.